Alrighty, so what I got going on today, folks, is a bunch of little toothpick logs back here. If you want to skip to the portion of the video where I'm cutting them, I'm going to post that in the description, so you can just go ahead and slide forward to that part. If not, I'll give you a little bit of an explanation of what's going on here. In the previous days, I've kind of gathered up some of these dead beetle kill logs, these little toothpicks, and it's getting harder and harder to find larger logs on this property. I've kind of cleared them out by now. So I'm just going through and finding what I can of these small ones. I like selling them for firewood because I sell both rounds and split. I do both of them at a per cubic foot price, so it's by volume. And obviously I sell the rounds cheaper than I do the split wood. But with these little ones, these little toothpick ones, a lot of people actually prefer them for split because they burn a little bit longer with less surface area exposed. You don't even need to split them. So they're kind of ideal for that. And then also they get a lot less airspace in their load because of how neatly they can fit all of the little rounds together. So that's kind of what I've got going on here from both the land clearing side of it on the property, and then also from the business standpoint of what I've got going on with that. I'm not looking to get wealthy here. I'm just looking to maybe meet and make some connections around in this area, which I've been doing for about 5 years now. And on and off, just kind of as a side thing for the most part. I enjoy doing it. That's why I do it. It's not because I have to do it or because of any other reason. It's because I enjoy it, and hopefully you guys might enjoy watching me do it. And maybe if you won't, then you can let me know why, or you can let me know how I improve in the comments. And if you have any ideas or you notice anything that I could improve on, either with the video making or with my own methods, please do. Again, post it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And enough of that talking. I'm going to go ahead and get this camera set up, and we'll get it rolling. Like I said, bunch of toothpicks, you know, just beetle kill type of stuff. This area got hit fairly hard, and I'm just going to kind of come through here, find what I can use, find what I can't, you know, something. So, as I'm cutting through this bad boy, I got this hidden in there. Saw the sparks flying. And, you know, perfect. Just a nice little piece of, trying to get the camera to focus. Doesn't seem to want to. There we go. Nice little piece of granite. Basically, one of the hardest minerals known to mankind. Hidden right there in the stump. Should have known better. That happens a lot of times when you pull up, a tree gets pulled up and the rock's hiding there in the root ball. Irony of it is, I was cutting into this thing so that I can use it as a little bit of a redneck's saw sharpening vise. And now I'm really going to need it because I just ran my chain straight into that rock. Things that happen. Okay. And like I said, this is my little tripod, so that's how the camera fell off. FYI. All right, let's see if I can get this show on the road here. There we go. Yeah, hilarious. Perfect. Okay. So I got my bench set up. Nice and just completely smoked file. It's always good. You can just hear it, you know. But despite that happening, you see how I can just pull the chain back and forth here like that? I'm free to move the chain, but I'm not fighting the saw running side to side on me. That's kind of how, one of the little tricks that I like to use. Could just use the vise in the shop, but frankly, I just like being out in the woods more. And anything that encourages me to kind of develop my ingenuity, I like to take advantage of. Which, in reality, I think is just about everything in life, you know, depending on how you look at it, depending on what you're doing. But I always say that necessity creates and Mother Nature provides. It's kind of my answer to everything in my life. Might not be for you guys, might not even be the right answer for me, but it's the one that I'm sticking to, and it's the one that I believe in. It's the one that served me well for now, up until now. Necessity necessitated that I need to sharpen my chain. And, you know, the fact that I don't want to do it inefficiently and spend all day doing it necessitates that I create a way to do it better without having a vise handy. This was the way that I came up with. Mother Nature provided this stump. So I have the necessity of needing to sharpen my saw, and I have the Mother Nature's provision of the thing that I needed to do it. That would be the example there. Yeah, this, boy, oh boy, I did a number on this with that rock. Just as I was worried. And there's really not anything left of this chain as it is. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to have a decent, do a decent job showing how this saw can run. But it's going to be kind of hard to do that with this chain. You're probably thinking, too bad Mother Nature won't provide you with a brand new chain. Seems like everyone these days, not everyone, but a lot of people are just kind of caught up in what's the news, what's the, you know, what's the agenda, what's this, what's that, you know. We grew my junk pile here, as you can see. And then some of these are just frozen into the ground, that's why they're still there. Little pile of the ones that are good, but too small for me to really want to deal with right now. Another junk pile. And the rock outcropping, more or less, kind of cleared off. This is going to be a lot less once it's stacked. Obviously, there's airspace in there. There's going to be airspace once I stack it too, but there's going to be less. I kind of eyeball these to about 16 inches. Now, if I've got 16-inch long pieces and I stack the pile 4 high and I run it 24 feet long, that's 128 cubic feet. If I cut it into thirds, then I've got what are called face cords or ricks. For anybody out there who hears that around here, that was a good piece. All of this smattering of dust, not so good. You know, certain places where I was cutting, there's a larger amount of good chips. Now we also got to take into account that my chain has pretty much very little to nothing left of it. Now that's going to contribute to the really, really small chips. That's a good piece. And a lot of these are. And the ones that aren't, you know, that's great. I would call that pretty much textbook of what I'm looking for, what anyone around here wants to get out of ponderosa pine bug beetle kill.